Welcome back, everybody. You're here at Yesteryear TV, and these are the best horror films of all time from the year 2017. We're going to go over all the films that scared us in movie theaters, streaming platforms. This is 2017. Cable TV, Prime, Netflix, movie theaters, whatever was playing. These are the best horror films of 2017. If you haven't already, click subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's begin. All right, let's give you the first horror film of 2017 that scared us. "47 Meters Down." Two sisters vacationing in Mexico are trapped in a shark cage at the bottom of the ocean. With less than an hour of oxygen left, great white sharks encircle them. Will they be made a meal? Alien Covenant. The crew of a colony ship bound for a remote planet discover an uncharted paradise with a threat beyond their imagination and must attempt a harrowing escape. Alien Covenant. Amityville: The Awakening. A desperate single mother moves with her 3 children into the notorious, supposedly haunted, real-life Amityville house to try and use its dark powers to cure her comatose son. Annabelle: Creation. 12 years after the tragic death of their little girl, a doll maker and his wife welcome a nun and several girls from a shuttered orphanage into their home, with consequences for Annabelle. Terrified. When strange events occur in a neighborhood in Buenos Aires, a doctor specializing in the paranormal, her colleague, and an ex-police officer decide to investigate further. Terrified. Boo 2. A Medea Halloween. Medea, Bam, and Haiti venture to a haunted campground, and the group must run for their lives when monsters, goblins, and the boogeyman are unleashed. Boo 2. Bus Party to Hell. When a party bus on its way to Burning Man filled with a bunch of sexy young adults breaks down in the desert and in the middle of a group of satanic worshippers, all hell breaks loose. Bus Party to Hell. Cargo. After an epidemic spreads all over Australia, a father searches for someone willing to protect his daughter. Cargo will not disappoint. Body horror and zombie horror. Cold Skin. A young man arrives at a remote island to take a post of weather observer, only to find himself defending the watchtower from deadly creatures which live in the island shores. Oh, this is a good movie, Cold Skin. You'll love it. Creature Cabin. After losing her boyfriend, a young woman travels to a remote cabin rumored to be haunted. Once there, she must battle against a cabal of demonic monsters and cultists who emerge to kill. Creep 2. A video artist looking for work drives to a remote house in the forest to meet a man claiming to be a serial killer. Found footage horror. So if you like found footage, this is it. Creep 2. Cult of Chucky. Chucky returns to terrorize his human victim, Nika. Meanwhile, the killer doll has some scores to settle with his old enemies, with the help of his former wife. Cult of Chucky. Death House. 2 guards fighting through a power breakdown inside the secret death house prison must fight to survive ruthless inmates and even supernatural horrors. Death House. We love Death House. Death Note. I love this movie. A high school student named Light Turner discovers a mysterious notebook that has the power to kill anyone whose name is written within its pages, and launches a secret crusade for revenge. Devil in the Dark. 2 estranged brothers find themselves stalked by a terrifying unknown presence while on a weekend hunting trip in remote British Columbia. Devil in the Dark. Downrange. Stranded at the side of the road after a tire blowout, a group of friends become targets for an enigmatic sniper. Downrange. We love Downrange. We love it. We love it. Next up we have is Fanged Up. A young rogue is thrown into prison for the weekend, unaware that the guards are blood-sucking vampires and the inmates are their victims. How scary is that? The guards are vampires and the prisoners are all going to get blood sucked out. Flatliners. 5 medical students obsessed by what lies beyond the confines of life embark on a daring experiment. By stopping their hearts for short periods, triggers near-death experience. Game of Death. 7 millennials must kill or have their heads explode. To survive, they must turn on each other or target innocent townspeople in their secluded town on a fateful day. Game of Death. How scary is that? Your head explodes. Get Out. A young African American visits with his white girlfriend's parents for the weekend, where his simmering uneasiness about their reception of him eventually reaches a boiling point. Get Out. We love it. Happy Death Day. A college student must relive the day of her murder over and over and over again in a loop that will end only when she discovers her killer's identity. Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day to me. Hostile. Juliet, a lone survivor of an apocalyptic era, fights to survive against hunger, thirst, or a broken leg, and strange, disturbing creatures that come out only at nighttime. I love this movie. It's good. It. In the summer of '89, a group of bullied kids band together to destroy a shape-shifting monster, which disguises itself as a clown and preys on the children of Derry. It. Jeepers Creepers 3. Sheriff Dan Tashingo and a team of creeper hunters enlist the help of Officer Davis Tubbs to help stop the monster's eating spree. Jeepers Creepers 3. We love this movie. It was good. Jigsaw. Police search for a supposed to be dead killer who forces his victims to play sadistic games of life and death. Jigsaw will not disappoint. Splatter horror and whodunit. Land Shark. Lucinda Regis, a director of development of Malco Ocean Research, becomes the target of a dangerous killer after unraveling a sinister plot to inject sharks with human DNA. Leatherface. I love Leatherface. A teenage Leatherface escapes from a mental hospital with 3 other inmates, kidnapping a young nurse and taking her on a road trip from hell. Serial killer, slasher horror, Leatherface. We love Leatherface. Next up we have is Life. A team of scientists aboard the ISS discover a rapidly evolving Martian predator that needs to be kept away from Earth at all costs. Life. Marrowbone. A young man and his 3 younger siblings who have kept secret the death of their beloved mother in order to remain together are plagued by a sinister presence in the sprawling manor. Marrowbone. My Friend Dahmer. A young Jeffrey Dahmer struggles to belong in high school. So this is kind of sick. This is Jeffrey Dahmer before he went on his killing spree. And so this is obviously fiction of his life in high school. Pool Party Massacre. What started out as a relaxing summer day by the pool for a group of high-maintenance young socialites quickly becomes a nightmare when the unknown killer begins stalking them one by one. Radius. A man wakes up with no memory of who he is and finds that everyone who comes within a certain distance of him suddenly dies. That's pretty scary, right? If you come close to him, you're going to die. But you don't know that, so you need to stay away from him. A young woman finds herself on the receiving end of a terrifying curse that threatens to take her life in 7 days. Rings. Dark romance and supernatural horror. We love Rings. Samara. We love Samara. Escape Room. 6 friends test their intelligence when an escape room they participate in takes a dark and twisted turn. Escape Room. Maybe it keeps them in instead of letting them out. The Hatred. 4 young women travel to their college professor's new country home, for a weekend getaway, only to discover that the house has a malevolent past. The hatred, drama, horror, mystery, and thriller. I love this movie. It was on Netflix. The Babysitter. When Cole stays up past his bedtime, he discovers that his hot babysitter belongs to a satanic cult that will stop at nothing to keep him quiet. The Babysitter. The Bye-Bye Man. 3 friends stumble upon the horrific origins of a mysterious figure they discover is the root cause of the evil behind unspeakable acts. The Bye-Bye Man. Who was it? It was the Bye-Bye Man. The Mummy. An ancient Egyptian princess is awakened from her crypt beneath the desert, bringing with her malevolence grown over millennia and terrors that defy human comprehension. The Mummy. The Recall. When 5 friends vacation at a remote lake house, they expect nothing less than a good time, unaware that planet Earth is under an alien invasion and mass abduction. The Recall. The Ritual. A group of college friends reunite for a trip to the most dangerous country in Europe, Sweden, encountering a menacing presence that is stalking them. The Ritual. Folk horror, monster horror. Veronica. Madrid, 1991. A teen girl finds herself besieged by an evil supernatural force after she plays Ouija with 2 classmates. Veronica. Don't mess with the Ouija board. It gets you every time. Victor Crowley. 10 years after the events of the original movie, Victor Crowley is mistakenly resurrected and proceeds to kill once more. I love Victor Crowley. Victor Crowley is evil, but he's good. Wish Upon. A teenage girl discovers a box that carries magic powers and a deadly price for using them. I love this movie, Wish Upon. I wish. Who doesn't want wishes? Because you can have anything you want, right? Alright, Wish Upon. Those were the Those were the scariest horror films of 2017. Out of these movies we just visited, what were your favorite horror movies that you remember from this list? Are there other horror movies that I missed, which I'm sure I have? Let me know in the comments below and we can discuss those horror films down the road. Alright, any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. Those are the best horror films of 2017. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next video.